The following seniors hold a school record, and they're graduating with a school record, and we have a plaque that we'd like to present you. So when I call your name, please come forward. Holding a record in the 4x400, Ariana Calderon. I love photos. All right, next is holds a record in the 4x400 in pole vault, Lonnie Blackwell. Next is 4x200, Kane Tomlin. And now holding a school record in the 100, 200, 400, 4x100 relay, 4x200 relay, 4x400 relay, and the long jump, Josh Penner. Okay. The most improved award this year for the girls, this goes to a young lady who had me pulling out my hair most of the time. Whether it was wondering where she was in the middle of practice, telling her that everything was going to be all right, convincing her not to give up or listen to her complain, she gave us all that we could handle. But somewhere along the way, she realized something. She was pretty darn good at what she did. And once she realized this, she took ownership and pride in her races. At the first meet of the year, she frustratingly walked across the finish line in the 100-meter hurdles. Her time wasn't good, and I was pretty upset. And after that meet, she had some serious doubts about the future of her track season. But sometime in the next week, she had a change of heart. Now, I don't know what happened, what took place, but she got serious about the hurdles. And in the weeks to come, her times dropped and her places improved. I'll never forget the smile on her face she had at the Blanco track meet when she three-stepped the entire race and was on the heels of the defending state champion for most of it. And the first thing she said to when she got off the track was, "I can run faster." She realized then that she could compete with anyone if she wanted to. From the first meet running the 100 hurdles in 21 seconds to the district meet where she ran a 16.9, she improved consistently. Her district time ranked her 12th in the region overall. We look forward to a new and improved hurdler next year. This year's most improved female athlete is Chandler Boswinkle. The MVP for this year was a tough one for the girls' side. Now, we had numerous athletes who proved themselves worthy of such a title. But one young lady took a hardship that might have otherwise prevented anyone else from competing this year, and she turned it into a school record and regional qualification. The word tough doesn't even begin to describe the Lonnie Blackwell. She has a foot injury that prevents her from running for extended distances. Now, this is especially bad since she competed in several running events in the past years and is a record holder in the 4x400 meter relay. But she came out anyway to try to find something that she could compete in. Now, we figured that pole vault would require the least amount of running for her, and is well suited for her because of her strength and her size. And it was pretty rough going at first, but she never let their injuries slow her down. She cleared her first height in Blanco, which tied her for the school record. Now, she extended that record by a foot in the next meet. At district, she improved even more, clearing 8'6" to come out of nowhere to take third and qualified for regionals. And in regionals, she cleared 8 foot to place 10th overall out of 24 vaulters. Overall, Lonnie either tied or broke the previous school record 4 times this year in a technical event that she just started about 3 months ago. She's the strongest young lady that we know, and we're going to miss her. This year's female MVP for track and field is Lonnie Blackwell. Okay, for the most improved boy, it was another tough decision, but one man stood out above the rest. Last year, we had a skinny chicken leg kid with really short shorts come to us with a really tough decision. And he decided to devote himself to being the best runner, not just in the district, but in the state of Texas. He committed himself to focusing solely on running, even giving up other sports that he really enjoyed. He practiced when nobody else did. He ran further than anyone else, and he ran with an intensity that is rarely seen, and it paid off. Overall, he broke the school record 5 times this year. He currently holds 5 school records: the 800, the 1600, the 3200, the sprint medley, and distance medley. He qualified for regionals in the 1600 and 3200, set a new school record yesterday, and is advancing to the state track meet in Austin to compete in the 1600 meters. He improved his mile time by 8 seconds and his 2-mile time by 30 seconds this year. And he is ranked currently in the top 6 in the state of Texas in Class 2A in the mile, and he is just a junior. This year's most improved male athlete is Brian Jacobs. And finally, the MVP of this year's men's track and field is no surprise. Currently, this young man holds 7 school records: the 100 meters, the 200 meters, the 400 meters, the long jump, 4x1 relay, 4x200 relay, and 4x400 relay. Last year, he scored a team best 94 points in the season. This year, he scored 148 points. He took first place 11 times this season. He set a new school record 6 different times this year, and he placed 3rd in the 200 meters at regionals yesterday, missing a state berth by 6/100ths of a second. I still remember seeing him as a freshman standing on the long jump runway while I was coaching the pole vault. He was very quiet and unassuming, and he had a funny haircut. In his sophomore year, I convinced him that his best chance for advancement was in the relays. His junior year, he begged me to let him run some individual races, and he succeeded. And in his senior year, the hardest decision we had was deciding which events we wanted him to win each week. Coaches from all over the district and the state know who he is, and they have a great deal of respect for him. Just yesterday, a Rogers coach was telling me that he secretly hoped that Josh would win his events even over his own athletes, because he said that Josh is, a quote, a very special kid. He told me that he and many other coaches were so impressed by his demeanor, his focus, and his drive that at the district meet they were actually standing up and cheering for him to win in the 400 meters. Now we knew that if we could get him the baton with a fighting chance in a relay, it was an automatic victory. I know that I speak for several other people that I'm never going to forget the excitement of the mile relay at Blanco this year when we knew that we had to beat Wimberley in the final event to win the meet. Josh's electric performance had the entire stadium on their feet cheering. Watching him run down the Wimberley runner who had a 10-meter head start to capture the gold, the meet championship, and the admiration of everyone in attendance. And I remember Coach Tyler told me after the meet, he said, "This is the most exciting finish to a high school track meet that I've ever witnessed in my life." And I agree with him. Last leg heroics became commonplace with Josh. Now I can sit up here and talk for hours about his performances, his marks, and about his records, but I think the most important praise that we can give to him is that he's a terrific kid. You won't find one teacher, one coach, or one teammate that has a negative thing to say about him. His name is synonymous with Log Vista Track and Field. He's going to be remembered for years to come, and we're all going to miss him, and we wish him well at the next level. This year's MVP for the boys track and field is Josh Penner. And thank you very much. I'd like to introduce now Coach Wilson with softball.